When our employer creates the mayhem, they should be held accountable. There is absolutely no space for any state of emergency because they know what they are doing when they are tying our hands, depriving us of the resources from police in this country.
Bless up, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. And in this one, following the announcement of the state of emergencies under this Jamaica Labour Party government as being unconstitutional according to the Constitutional Court, this makes it the 7th defeat from a legal standpoint for the Jamaica Labour Party as it pertains to our constitution. And here I'm going to roll back the tape with former chairman of the Police Federation, Ron James, who after in 2021, the Prime Minister was on record saying that the state of emergencies were working. Fast forward to 2022, we have former chairman Ron James letting us know that the state of emergencies are not working and that proximity policing is a better approach to the crime fighting strategy. And so proximity policing is a community policing method that involves placing police officers in specific communities to prevent crime and build relationships with residents. The goal is to create a lasting presence in the community to help solve problems and increase feelings of safety and security. And so he spoke out on Power 106 FM, and I'm going to allow you all to hear the tape. But I want you to follow the sequence because after 9 years, this government has called over 20 odd state of emergencies and they have yielded some 8,000 and odd murders. So it didn't work, and that is much evidence to prove the point right there. And that Corporal Ron James was indeed correct.
In the last 3 years, our murder rate has been relatively flat. We employed a strategy of using zones of special operations and states of public emergency to tackle a particular element of violence in Jamaica. And I'm going to just zero in on that. You mentioned that I had presented in my budget presentation and it may have escaped media attention. So we have to intervene, we have to use exceptional powers to address this epidemic that we have now of crime and violence. And that is how we have used the SOEs and the ZOZOs to manage that in certain communities. And it has worked. So if you look at what has happened in August Town, for example, if you look at Greenwich Town, Denham Town, and Mount Salem, we have shown that if we take this approach, right, which is to dominate the space, control ingress and egress from the space, have high-level community engagement, and bring in parallel community development, that we can control the crime. But that's just one element of the crime plan, right? And that has been done. And we're going to expand. We've identified the 20 communities that this strategy needs to be put in. It is a manpower intense strategy. So we are trying to figure out now, that's the next step, how do we use technology to reduce the reliance on human resources, because we need the policemen and women and soldiers to put them in other areas as well. So and it takes a while to recruit, and we also have to be very considerate of the wage bill. So there are all kinds of dynamics, but that strategy is working. So
proximity policing has proven to be a success more than the SOEs. And I make no apology. I will say again, Sanjay, proximity policing has reaped more results than SOEs.
So you're not in support of the SOE. I want to be very clear. I don't want to misinterpret what
Proximity
you're saying.
policing has reaped more success than SOEs.
So again, your rank and file members, they are
We
not in
support
support
proximity
of the SOE.
policing, Sanjay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think you're
It affords us the knowledge to engage the citizenry of this country and to know what is happening in the spaces. The SOE does not provide for that to happen. And I say it without any fear of contradiction. When you have police static and then gunmen down the other corner, you can't move from where you are, that spells sense to you? Does that spell
I didn't
sense?
get that. Repeat that.
When you're at point A and gunman is just at point B committing atrocities and you cannot move to go and to respond to the citizen need, does that spell sense when you are lacking in the amount of resources in the first instance?
And just to add, the states of emergency cost the taxpayers more money. It costs an arm and a leg to suffice these states of emergencies. We've seen a whole lot of persons being detained in the states of emergencies unlawfully and being held in lockup for quite some time. And we're seeing attorneys now, due to the fact of the court's ruling, calling on those who are victims of these state of emergencies detainment to urgently come forward. Now in this footage dated 2022 as well, he spoke out at a colleague's funeral and he was basically pointing to the employers, which is the government, to provide more resources for the police officers to work with. And that talking alone is not enough.
When our employer creates the mayhem, they should be held accountable. There is absolutely no space for any state of emergency because they know what they are doing when they are tying our hands, depriving us of the resources from police in this country. So when I'm at my office, treating with the welfare, encouraging the membership to hold straight and underpinning that the citizens of this country matters most, and we matters too. To see persons who are accountable writing to me seeking public apology or retraction or else legal action back up. This chairman is not going to step down and to give any account to anybody who believes that they are delinquent in their roles and responsibility and expect me to bow to them. No way. I'd rather to die in the middle of galaxy for the people of Jamaica and the men and women that I serve. Colleagues, Oliver Mullins served this country with pride, humility, and compassion. He touched lives. All we are simply saying to our employer, the government, provide us with the resources that we can stir response to duties called. Enough is enough. Every time we are in meetings, we are promised. We are promised monument, and that it will be unveiled in the 60th year of our Jubilee, where it is broken promises. We are promised that we will be properly remunerated, but yet still we have our Minister of Finance behaving as if we are mendicants on the table. It will not happen on a marriage. We are promised that we will have facilities, but yet still there is not a holistic approach being taken to ensure that the resources are pumped to national security. And then we stand at podiums crying and behaving as if we don't know what they're doing. enough is enough. We have been promised facilities, but yet we have the incompetencies and the ineptness where environmental impact assessment continues to delay projects that we are supposed to get facilities and aesthetics commensurate with the service, the risk associated with the profession, and it continues to be delayed and nobody is held accountable. Enough is enough. Colleagues, Jamaicans, those in viewership, the hypocrisy that continues, it's unabated. The private sector organization, the mecca of this country, must underscore and seek to hold those who are elected accountable. I don't play politics. I play for the lives and the well-being of our citizens and our police. And it is time we underscore the importance of Jamaica Vision 2030. We cannot achieve safety without the investment. Lip service, critic card, won't cut it. I am not going to be one that is going to be promised any cabinet secretary post to hold down the truth and let the lies continue to be pervasive in our society. That won't happen on a marriage. For those who continue to pipe finger and to play their game, let me say this. I reminded my colleagues at our central conferences that the PLP means police not promoted and JLP means justice led police. So today, all I think to say to you, Jamaica must ensure that we hold those who we elect accountable and not to listen to lip service and pretty speeches. Put the resources of our tax dollar to work that we can at least see our children benefit one from another.
And so not all police officers or high-ranking police are willing to play politics with the lives of the Jamaican people. We have one such who talks without any fear or favor, and he goes by the name of Ron James. We've seen him speaking up for the rank and file. We've seen him speaking up for the Jamaican people. And where does it get him? He was interdicted for standing up for the Jamaican people and for standing for the rank and file. So when you speak up on this government and speak up on the atrocities and the injustice, you are victimized. And so we stand with Ron James. We stand with all the other law-abiding policemen and women. And we want to commend them. And we are calling on this government to give them, to pay them what they have been working for, to pay them what is due unto them. And so the Prime Minister coming out in blue stating that he stands with the JCF. He shouldn't only come out in blue on one particular day, as Senator Donna Scott Motley says, but he should indeed come out in blue every single day. We stand for victims and we stand for the upstanding, law-abiding men and women who serve our country. This is not about politics and this is not about dividing our nation. ABR family and viewers, let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel on the road to 30k and beyond. Help me to get there, please. Get this video to at least 6,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.